This is not what I wanted to be doing on this bike.
You're probably wondering some context of what I meant by this is not what I wanted to be doing on this bike. This is a 2020 Beta 300RR Race Edition. I wanted to go out and get some fast flowing footage on this bike. I didn't want to take it in any place where I might have a problem with it, and I just make a big mistake up here. It's not the bike's fault, it was just my fault. I wasn't comfortable, I lost my balance. And I want to show you how gnarly this hill is. I'd never been on it before, but check this out. Watch Tyler go down this hill with some drone footage 2 years ago. So this is Tyler 2 years ago, and right when he gets to right at this point now, this is where I will fall off the hill because I will come to a complete stop and lose my balance. Tyler just kept rolling right through this spot and made it fine, but I will fall off that rock wall that you just saw there. But I know, and so in my head I'm thinking, I gotta get to there, and I'm just not super comfortable, and I know that this part is coming up down here where you drop off that ledge, and then you're gonna make this nasty right-hand switchback that is just steeper than all get out, and Tyler, it goes wrong for him right here, and boom, he just tumbles down the hill. I know that's coming, and so I've got that in my head, and anyway, this is what ends up happening. You talk about adrenaline, man. I didn't know how far I was going to fall. I knew that was one of the worst places to go down. I just stopped there. I didn't even really want to stop, but I just stopped. Front brake kind of grabbed, whatever. I just had too much brake. I stopped, lost my balance, and I was worried that the bike was going to come after me. I didn't know how far we were going to fall, me and the bike. I knew we were going to fall a long ways. We ended up falling between 12 and 15 feet down from the main part of the trail. You can kind of see glimpses of it every once in a while. Tyler's bike up there on the trail. And it was just nasty, and I thought the bike is going to come down and just murder me, foot peg or handlebar or whatever, and I've just got so much adrenaline coursing through my veins. Luckily, I'm wearing a lot of gear, and I didn't actually get hurt at all, just kind of my pride, and I got really pissed off that I let that happen, and super humbling and not the way I wanted to start out the day, because this is early on, you know, in our long riding day.
Are you all right, though?
I'm just pissed.
I know, okay. Just glad you're okay. Okay.
Because there's no reason that had to happen.
When I go, you just make sure you're back to that card. Yeah. Okay. The two sketchy parts on this car is that in this corner.
I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, Kyle, that just looks like a U-turn. Just go down and go around it. It does. It looks like it's nothing, but it is possibly the nastiest switchback because of the way that the terrain is and how steep it is that I have been around. And there's just no room for error. You can just flip that bike so fast. And so at this point, I'm just trying to figure out, I'm going to walk the bike. Which side do I want to be on? And so I decide to get up on the side of the bike away from it. And be on the uphill side of it, and that was what I was doing there. I was trying to figure out which side of the bike I'm gonna, you know, be on to walk the bike around. And it looks so stupid right here. Even with me just watching it back, I'm like, it's so frustrating to see how this is. I mean, I do this for a living. I understand what GoPro and, you know, point of view cameras, wide angle lenses do to hills and inclines, and I'm like, this is so frustrating because it looks so stupid and so easy, but it is for real, man. Like, that's a nasty goat trail down here in southern Utah. And Tyler ends up just conquering it. He just comes around And he will conquer that hill and conquer that switchback because he was thinking about it for 2 full years about tumbling down that thing. We talk about it as the Tyler tumble, and I'm going to show you what he does for redemption right now. So this gives you a little bit different perspective. Where I fell is where Tyler's going to be as soon as he rolls forward about 6 feet. So right about, he comes down, and I would have fallen right there and fallen straight down behind those boulders from that point of view. And you can just see this thing is legit. Like, this trail is for real, and Tyler is just going to conquer everything, conquer his fears and conquer his mind. He's practiced this in his mind 1,000 times, and he's just going to come around this with the better body position and just manhandle it down. And it looks so easy right there, just so easy. And he's just like, redemption feels good, man.
Yes.
Upcoming here is one of those switchbacks that I just laugh when people tell me, like, oh, it doesn't matter how tight the steering turns because you just use lean angle, bro, and lean that into the hill. And it's like, no, the bike doesn't turn tight enough, and so you have to get off it and drag it around because, look, I can't lean it anymore. I'm jammed up against this rock, and I've got a rock on my swing arm. I've got a rock on the front tire because it doesn't turn tight enough. And people are like, oh, turning tight isn't a big deal. And I'm like, come ride some of the stuff that we ride and tell me a hard enduro bike turning radius doesn't matter. And this is supposed to be a hard enduro bike, guys. I don't care if it says race edition on the side. It's the same bike as the 300RR standard version, which is supposedly a hard enduro bike. This one just has a little bit different fork. That's really all there is different on the race edition. And this one turns tighter than the 200RR, but it doesn't turn as tight as some of the orange bikes, and that's a problem in those types of situations that we just found ourselves in. So I live to fight another day. We continue on the ride, but I don't know that it's pinched off. My pipe has pinched off my coolant hose, and so here's what we have next.
Hey Kyle, are we working on your bike?
The thing is, I didn't know it was leaking coolant until about 20 minutes later when we were going up some hills, and I'm like, why am I smelling coolant? And then I noticed that, like, oh, I'm losing coolant because my radiator hose here has been pinched by the pipe. I may just be unlucky, but I swear every time I tip this bike over, I break plastic or I break something else. I don't know, because I can bash a lot of other bikes in similar ways and not break things off. So maybe I'm just unlucky, but I do feel like the plastic on this Beta is pretty brittle. So right now we're putting some artesian spring distilled water into the bike to continue our day. That reminds me, I need to go out there and flush all the coolant and put some engine ice in it. So it was a rough day. I ended up having a better day on the Beta than I'd ever had before, but we were out of gas back at the truck, even with the Electron on this thing that I've installed. So struggle's real, man. Struggle's real.